John D. Rockefeller once famously said, thinking is the hardest thing in this world. And that's why most people don't do it. And as he said that, you can see John D. Rockefeller is the guy who created the whole education system. I mean, I'll not say definitely it is portrayed as education system, but it is kind of like an indoctrination system that he have implied inside of US, right? He have used his thinking power in order to build a system to control the entire nation, to create slaves on demand, right? So as he told about thinking, definitely the people who know how to think get paid the most, right? Because most people think that just overthinking and just thinking randomly is kind of like how people think, but that is not the case. When you want to solve a problem, there are different thinking models that you can adapt, that are used by millionaires and billionaires, that they use in order to solve different problems. And in this video, I'm going to talk about one very important thinking model that you can utilize, and a lot of people in the coaching and agency space utilize it, the top people that I know, and that you also know a lot of people, and that will completely shift your perspective towards how to look towards life, and look towards the solutions, look towards the problems, right? And how can you build the business based on that particular. So in this video, I'll break down the thinking model called system, which really helps me to make systems around my business, understand different key points, understand different metrics, and yeah, based on that, I can make better decisions like with systems thinking. Now, systems thinking, if I tell you, let me make a very small illustration for you guys so that you will understand what does that mean. Now, we have inputs, processes, output, feedback, and I'll tell you about this. So, you can see this. So, first is input, second is processes, third is output, this is feedback, and I'll tell you about this. What is this, right? Now, how to use systems thinking, right? So, this is a whole mental model that you need to adapt. Let me tell you how you need to think. So, everything in this world you can break down to this, right? So you give input, it will have some processes, it will give the output, and from the output, you can take feedback, and you can take feedback in order to improve your inputs. And this is the process, right? This is the process you need to think through. A lot of people don't think in systems. One of the best examples that I can give you, that a lot of people just focus on landing page conversions or ad conversions or ad CDR conversions or something like that, right? They focus on only components. They focus on only like improving their maybe landing page conversions, their show conversions or something like that. But they're not making money in the back end, right? So when you think in systems, you'll understand, okay, if landing page conversion is low, let it be. Am I getting sales? Am I getting in systems thinking? I'm giving you an example how to think like think in systems thinking, right? So let's say I'm running ads, right? So when I'm running ads, I need to understand, I need to see, this is what I need to keep in mind only, that what is my input? Okay, I'm giving input maybe money for ads, right? And maybe time for creating creatives or video scripts, right? Now, what processes I'll have? I'll have maybe sales funnel or automations or ecosystems for conversions, conversion mechanisms, right? A lot of processes, okay? And from that processes, I'll get output. That is money, right? Now, from this money or customers, we'll get first is money, second is customers. And from customers, obviously customers or clients have gave us the money. We can take feedback and we can improve on the inputs, right? So you don't need to think only about that, oh, my conversion rates in landing page as a down. But when you increase the conversion rate in landing page, you don't get any fucking sales. That is the problem, right? So so that's why most of the people don't understand how to think. Now all these things, all these what else have all these complex things, you can just break them down in systems, right? This is what I told you about ads. Now let me tell you about content. For example, when you talk about content over here, right? What should be my inputs? Tell me in the comments. I'll just wait. Maybe my inputs here will be maybe some text or voice or maybe videos, right? I give videos like this, right? What would be my processes? My processes would be maybe the production team will take care of this. Maybe the editor will edit that. Will I'll get the thumbnail ready. I'll get the description ready. I'll get um after maybe I'll repurpose everything. I just took a YouTube video. I put it into an AI agent, or I have systems to repurpose that, and I post it across different social media platforms. Right. So I process like this. What is the output that I get? Think about it. I get maybe views, I get maybe conversion, I get attention, right? And from those attention, I can take feedback and I can then improve my inputs. Most important thing that you need to figure out is processes. What processes needs to be there in order to achieve this output? What should be the input? What processes you need to build in order to get this output? And if you break down your business based on the system thinking, it will be hell easier for you to navigate through different problems, right? Now, for example, you're having a sales problem inside of business. You are getting a lot of appointments, but you're not able to convert them, right? How can we think the solutions from systems then? Now, okay, what are the inputs am I giving in order to have only the sales process? If I get the appointments, the inputs may be only the appointments, right? Qualified appointments, right? I'm giving the inputs. What should be the processes in order to solve the solution, right? And what should be the output? Output maybe input. We know that we need to give good appointments. Output is close clients, right? In between that, we have the process for sales people or sales closing, right? Now, in this sales process closing, we need to figure out different processes that will get us to desired output. Right. You just need to think like that. And when you get output, when you start getting output, you can take feedback and you can improve the inputs. Okay, that's how you think towards that. But one very important thing that manipulates or influences this whole system's thinking is here. This is environment, right? So how it plays out. For example, if I told you about how to think through the solutions of ad, right? So as I told you, how to think through the solutions of ad. Now you need to think what are the environment, and your environment are the things that influences this whole system. And environment is the only thing that influences this whole system, right? Now, what does environment? For example, if I told you about ads, right? I told you about you have to put input as money or time for making the creatives, and you get output as money and clients, right? So, sorry, yeah, money and time, and you get money and clients, right? Now, what are the environment that that influences the whole system? Now, when you think about environment in a generic sense, I'll tell you, if I have a system for productivity every single day, okay, and I wake up and I just do that, the type of weather that is out there, type of like temperature out there, also somehow influences my ability of productivity or my productivity in general, right? For example, if I wake up and I see there is a sunny day, I'll be happy. My mood will be happy in order to work. So I'll have more things done. I'll have, like, for example, today's kind of like sunny. It is a very very good weather, right? Right, I can't tell you, right? Very good weather. So I'm feeling very good in order to make this video, right? But also when there is maybe uh, maybe there are clouds out there, and there is raining, and all of that, everything is kind of like dark and everything. In my mind, if, like, naturally as a human, I'll be not that much motivated to work because it influences my whole environment, right? And and that is how you have to think. What are the things that influences the whole system? In this particular case, I'll tell you what in the environment is. If you can, then just go ahead and comment that. But in this particular case, the environment is maybe ad account, uh, ad account ban. What can you do about it? maybe ads rejected, right? Obviously, you can go ahead and go to the help and reclaim that, but some of the things are not in your control. Like Meta, like if the Meta just tells you that your ad account is banned, you can't do anything, right? All your pixels, all your data, it's gone. Environment, right? And for example, in the sales process as well, I told you we as input as appointments, output as money, that is kinds. Processes maybe the s- the pre-sales process, the post-sales process, the sales script, the sales call training, the sales call recording, everything, right? Everything goes in process, goes inside of this process. But what will be the environment? What will be the environment? Environment will be maybe mood of the sales closer. Obviously, man, if he is not energetic, if he is not enthusiastic, obviously he's not going to close the deals. So you have to also think about the environments that influences the whole system. Okay, so this is how you need to think through problems. You need to this is how you need to think through different solutions and what can influence us, what situations, right? And this basically helps me to navigate through a lot of things. That's why I'm sharing this with you guys, because I don't want to gatekeep. Yeah, that is it for the video. Hope you guys a lot. Hope you guys got a lot of value from this video. And if you need videos like this, just do comment and let me know what topics you need me to cover. Right? Yeah, that's it for the video. If you like the video, just give me a like and subscribe to our channel. And if you want to one me or want to one with me, then you can find the link in the description. You can book a call and see if we can help you out. Will definitely. And if you don't want to one with me, no problem. I don't care. Yeah, that's it for the video.